everybody, welcome back to my fall garden. This is the day that the Lord has made, and guess what? We are going to rejoice and be glad in it. Amen. So I'm super excited to get out here and show you guys how the garden is coming along. So I am in San Antonio, Texas, which is zone 8B, and it gets really hot here and humid. But it's finally cooled off here. The temperatures has dropped. We're in the upper 80s, and I am so excited. So let's go out and see how the garden has come along. All right, so let's look over here. So I started planting the seeds out here at the end of August, at the beginning of September. And so if you guys look right here, you see the beans. Look at the beans. They are really coming along. I wish I would have planted more. Next time I'm going to do a bigger section of the beans. So these right here on this side, these are cow peas. Which are like black-eyed peas, and on the other side we have some northern beans, those little white beans. So everything is coming along really good. They're really growing and sprouting. I'm just expecting them to just shoot up a little bit more, even since it's cooled off a little bit. So I'm really excited about them. So over here on this side, so right here we have our spinach in the middle, and the spinach is coming along now. Since it's cooled off a little bit, the spinach is coming along. And on the outsides over here, on the outside, those are radishes that I put in. I actually put those in about 2 weeks ago, and they are really coming along really quick. But I can see that my spinach is finally coming through, is breaking through, and so I'm excited about the spinach. So right here, we have some lettuce. So we have some butter crunch lettuce that I planted. I planted these seeds about 2 weeks ago, and so I'm excited to see how they're gonna come up and keep going. Then we have a carrot right there I planted. Then we have a couple carrots right there I just stuck in here as well. So I'm excited. I'm excited about the progress. So I love butter crunch lettuce. A lot of times I'll use the butter crunch lettuce when I'm eating like tacos or something, instead of eating a flour or corn tortilla. I will use the butter crunch lettuce because they kind of shape small like little tortillas. So I like that, and especially since I'm gearing toward eating more just fruits and vegetables, now I'll make me like a veggie taco, and I'll put it in the butter crunch lettuce once it is ready to harvest. So I'm excited about that. So over here we have some cabbages. So all of this right here is cabbage. So what I'm gonna do, I have another section of the yard that I'm gonna clean out, and I'm gonna take some of these cabbages out here, probably maybe in another week or two, once they get a little bit bigger, and I'm gonna move and transplant them to another area so they can grow. As you can see, we have a few bugs that's been out here eating some leaves, but I'm gonna treat them today and go from there. And so right here in the middle section, this is broccoli that we have growing. So we have our cabbage over here, and then we have broccoli, and they're coming along as well. And right here we have Brussels sprouts. So I'm excited about the Brussels sprouts as well. So they're coming along good. So I'm excited about the progress. Okay, so in these grow bags, this bag right here is just straight up radishes. A couple of weeks ago when I came out here, the bugs had really just devoured them, had ate up all the leaves. So I sprayed them with some neem oil and a castor oil mixture, and now I have more leaves that grew back out, and they're coming along great. And so right here we have parsnips. Now I love parsnips. Parsnips, they're white, but they kind of taste like they're mixed with like a carrot, and they kind of taste like a carrot, potato, and other things mixed together. So they're real sweet, they're good, kind of taste like a carrot, turnip, and potato mixture, but they're really good. And then I have some more carrots in this bag, so I'm excited about those. These are the little petite carrots, so I'm excited to see how these are gonna come along. We'll be harvesting them probably in another month or so, but we'll see. Now over here, as you can see, the basil plant, it has really grew, and it's just been flowering. So I just decided to, to just let it flower, because it's been attracting a lot of pollinators to the garden. Also, I did try some of the leaves like someone suggested, and they wasn't bitter, so this was okay. And then right here we have some oregano, and I love using an oregano. The thyme plant right here, thyme, it's still kicking, it's still coming along. And then also right here I had planted some cilantro. It kind of died, and then looks like it's coming back, so I have some cilantro that's coming back. And over here it looks like some parsley is finally coming up since it's cooling off. And so this little thing right here is a Mexican mint plant that I bought. I probably bought this about maybe 3 weeks ago and just put it in here. But I love this Mexican mint. It tastes really, really good. And so I'm gonna eat one of these leaves because it's really good. It tastes like mint and licorice at the same time. And that Mexican mint, I really like it. It's really good. It's that's like a strong minty flavor, but it tastes like licorice. So if you're one like me, you like licorice, especially the black licorice candies, it's good. And it's also sweet. So I'm loving that Mexican mint. Put it in a little water, make a little tea out of it. It's really good. So I really love it. So what we're going to do next, we're going to come over here and check out to see how our tomatoes, our peppers, and how our cucumbers are coming along, because I'm so excited. All right, so if you look right in here, we have some banana peppers that's coming along. I took a few out the other day, but they're coming along. They've been coming along a little slow, but they still coming. Now over here, this is a serrano pepper plant. Now it did have a few of them on here. I think my daughter, she loves them, and she just comes out here. As soon as they get a little big, she's out here picking them. Oh, I don't know what that was, a squirrel or something. It scared me. And then we have this ornamental pepper plant. My daughter, she loves these as well. She says they have like a nice mild peppery taste. And then over here is a jalapeno plant. Now I know I've seen a few jalapenos on her, so looks like my daughter, she just comes out and harvests them because she loves jalapenos. And so over here, if you guys can look at the tomato plant, how it's really, really grown. And the tomatoes they're finally turning red. So this plant has a lot of tomatoes on it up in here. There's a whole lot of them. And I'm gonna come out here and prune it a little bit, and I'm also going to treat it with a little Epsom salt and water. But there are a lot of tomatoes up in this plant, and they're constantly growing. If you can look, they're really growing and sprouting. So I'm excited about the tomatoes. Also, the birds. Man, I think I'm gonna have to get a bird net, because birds just fly, and they just grabbing the tomatoes and flying off. Like like it's their tomato plant, but they have to eat as well, so they're welcome. And if you look right here, it's more growing. So there are a lot of them up in here. So I'm gonna trim it up a little bit. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna trim it up a little bit. And then over here is the cucumber plant. Now y'all remember when I planted this plant, it was so small, but it has grown so big. This plant was very small, and I've been treating it. I'm gonna treat it a little bit more, because I see I'm gonna trim some of the leaves up in here, but it is growing. And guess what? We have cucumbers. Let me see, show you guys. If you can look and see, we have a lot of cucumbers that are growing. So when I look in this plant, there are a lot of cucumbers that are growing in here. If you look like there's a small one right there that's coming. So I'm just thankful that they're coming along, that we will get some cucumbers for this season. Is over. So I'm gonna go through here and trim it up, but there are a lot of little cucumbers when I look in here. There are a lot of them that are growing, but I need to trim it up so I can see them. Like even if you see right there, you see that cucumber is growing. So there are a lot of them, and you see all the flowers. We're gonna have a lot of cucumbers from this plant, a whole lot of them. So I'm excited about the cucumbers. I'm gonna do my job and get in here and trim it up. So let's go over here and see how the collard greens, the beets, the Swiss chard, and the turnips are coming along. All right, so over here we have some Swiss chard. They've been getting ate a little bit, but they're still holding it out. They're still coming along. So still coming along. I'm gonna get out here and fertilize and treat it today because they're still coming along. And over here we have the these are collard greens, so I'm excited about them. They've stood through the heat because it was really hot. It got some days that it was really hot, so I'm gonna get out here and probably treat it a little bit with some mixture I have, fertilize it, then I'm gonna treat it to keep the, you can see some of them are being, you know, eaten by the, you know, the bugs. You have the snails and the caterpillars and the slugs and stuff, but it's okay. I did buy some snail and slug bait, and so this really helped a lot. And so right here we have our beets, and so if you can see a lot of the beets, we have a lot of beet leaves that have been ate, but they continue to keep growing back. So the beets are coming along. I'm thinking about putting a few more beet seeds out here and see how they grow. And then over here we have our turnip greens. So they have really started sprouting up and coming along really well. So I'm excited. You know, these two have really just sprouted up. So I'm excited about the turnip greens. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to a great harvest this year. And we're just gonna keep growing. And so again, I've only been gardening 2 years now. So, but I'm excited to keep learning and to keep growing. I want to eat what I grow. I want to be able to come in my backyard and eat healthy, organic food that I know that's really healthy and that's good for me. That doesn't have a lot of pesticides, that's not genetically GMO or anything like that. So I'm excited. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. So I'm gonna go ahead and water these cucumbers and these tomatoes with this mixture I have. So this is a 2-gallon bucket, and I have just water and Epsom salt in here. So I have like a teaspoon and a half of Epsom salt. So I'm gonna get in here real good to just treat it a little bit, and it also helps fertilize it as well. And hopefully it'll help with the yellowing of the leaves, yellowing of some of the leaves as well. So I'm gonna get down here on the roots of these. So really just want to get the roots real good of this tomato plant. And then I'm gonna put a little bit on the peppers too, because it helps the peppers as well. So and it's just like a fertilizer for it. This side over here. Yep. I'm excited. We have tomatoes. Finally can get some tomatoes growing. Because you know, I love cherry tomatoes and grape tomatoes, and I buy them a lot at the store. And when you go in the store, you get a little bitty package of them, and they're like, for the little package is like $3-4 sometimes, and it only has like sometimes maybe 12 of them in there. So to be able to just come out here in my garden and get some tomatoes is gonna be great. So I'm excited. All right, so I'm going to start pruning this tomato tree some because it has really grown. So I'm gonna just start with some of the brown leaves. Just start cutting them off. And what I'm going to do is put these in my compost, so they're not gonna go to waste. I'm gonna put them in the compost pile. Yeah, this is right here. Yep, I got a lot. And I should have been out here trimmed it up a little bit, but nevertheless, it's never too late. So I don't want to trim now. Cut this right here. That way to give them some room to breathe. And Give them a little room to breathe. So like this one has, let me see. This one has that on it, so I'm gonna cut this one right here. So I'm gonna try not to cut the ones that's flowering, because we have a lot of them that are flowering. So I'm gonna trim them up some and go from there. All right, so I trimmed the tomato plant up a little bit, and you can kind of see a little bit better. Yep, it is definitely producing some fruit, and I'm expecting more to come, so I'm excited. So now I'm gonna go over and trim up the cucumber plant. Okay, so I trimmed the cucumber plant up a little bit, but I want to actually show you how it grew. So it grew all the way up from the bottom, all the way up to the top, and then it's growing down like this. So this is like two vines that are kind of stuck together. Two vines that are stuck together. They grew all the way up and down the sides. So that is stuck together, but it's okay. So I did trim them up just a little bit, cut off a lot of the dead ones. Maybe we can have that one go that way. But you see, you got the cucumbers growing. They're growing everywhere. So, but I'm excited about the cucumber plant. It's even growing all the way down to the ground. So, and that one might grow through the fence. And then my neighbors will have some cucumbers. So I'm just excited about the garden, how it's coming along. These tomatoes. This one is red. You know what? I might go ahead and try one. Let me try one of these tomatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and try one of these tomatoes. Oh my goodness. That thing is good and sweet. Oh yeah. I won't be going to the store buying no more cherry tomatoes, because got some in the backyard. So just want to encourage you guys to start growing. Eat what you grow. Start growing a garden. You can start with containers. You can start however you want to start. Just start growing. I'm just so excited that one of my daughters, Felicia, she sent me a little video where she started a garden on her patio. So I'm so excited for her and the grandkids. So I'm just excited. So thank you guys for tuning in on today. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel. Help us grow. Hit that like button, because guess what? It doesn't cost you anything to like or comment. It's free. Let's support each other. Let's grow. Let's eat what we grow. And let's trust in God. Amen. So God bless you. Thank you for tuning in to Food and the Word.